What are 5 things that an old guy like me would tell his younger self to become a better photographer? What can you do to become a better photographer, whether you're a hobbyist or whether you're a professional? First of all, who am I? My name is Mike Patterson, and I've been a professional full-time photographer located here in Southern Alberta, Canada for over 39 years. I make my living entirely from photography. I'm not a YouTuber doing videos telling you how to do something that I don't do. I actually do photography, and I've done photography. I run a full-service photo lab here in Southern Alberta, Canada. Plus, I run a full-service photo studio here in Southern Alberta, Canada. And I love photography. And when I teach photography, when I mentor students, I always tell them these 5 things. And I've seen a lot of these posts lately. What would I tell my younger self? What would I tell my younger self, whether it be in business, in life, or whatever? So I thought I would do it as a fun little video here to what would I tell my younger self to make my life better, to make my business better, to make my photography better. So let's get into it. Number 1 has to be the top of the list. And I know it's a cliche, I really do. Do what you love. Do the photography that you enjoy doing. Do the photography that, makes it feel like you're not working at all. Do that photography that you just can't live without. Whether it be a nature photographer, whether it be a wildlife photographer, whether it be shooting weddings, families, grads, maternity, business, whatever it is, do that photography that will make it feel like you're not actually working. I see people constantly that are just down in the dumps come Monday morning because they have to go to work. Friday, they're really excited because it's the weekend, but Monday, they're just down. You know what? As a photographer, I've loved every day that I've worked. Sure, there's bad days. I'm not saying it's all pie in the sky. There are bad days, but if you do what you love, you will enjoy it. You will not feel like you're working. I do my photography as a hobby and as a business. That's why I've been in it for so long. It's not just something that I have to do tomorrow. It's something I get to do it tomorrow. I get to do it tonight. I can go for a walk tonight after work and I can take pictures. I can come in tomorrow and I can shoot grad pictures. I love what I do. Do what you love. Number 2, and it's a big one, and it's a fine tightrope to walk. That is, buy the gear you need, but at the same time, don't get suckered into the trends. Don't get suckered into spending more than you have to. Perfect example. If you're a wildlife photographer and the best lens you have is a 300 millimeter lens, and you know you need a 600 millimeter lens, buy the 600 millimeter lens. Rent the 600 millimeter lens. Borrow the 600 millimeter lens. If you truly need it, your photography will improve dramatically. Now, it may sound like a really simple thing to do. It may sound like a hard thing to do, but there's ways around it. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to buy it. You may be able to rent it. You may be able to borrow it from a friend. You may be able to go out and get a part-time job and work at the part-time job to put money away so that you can buy it in the future. But get the gear you need. But at the same time, don't follow these trends. Don't buy new gear just for the fact of buying new gear. New gear will not make your pictures much better. It may help you to get better pictures, but a lot of times new gear is not going to do this major thing, and you're all of a sudden going to become a great photographer because you spent $10,000 on. It's just not going to happen. Number 3, don't worry about what the competition is doing. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't spend all your time fretting. There's going to be photographers out there that are better than you. There's going to be photographers out there who are busier than you. Look at them, see what they're doing. You may want to adjust the path that you're taking, but don't spend all your time worrying about them because it'll give you ulcers. You'll be frustrated. There's always going to be photographers better than you. Perfect example. A number of years ago when I opened up my first studio here in town, which has been, I think it's 30 years now, just down the street, another photographer opened up about the same time. It was depressing. It was horrible. This photographer, his parents had passed away. He sold the farm that the family owned, made millions from it, and had tons of money to sink into his studio. He went out and bought leather couches, new camera gear, backdrops. He bought everything. He did advertising, unbelievable. And I'm struggling to be able to buy a little plastic chair to put in my waiting room. Well, long story short is within a year, he had shut down. If I would have tried following him, I would have been in serious trouble. He did not have the desire. He did not have anything other than a flash in the pan look, and that was it. I see photographers constantly changing what they specialize in. I'm a wildlife photographer. Now I'm a nature photographer. Now I'm a scenic photographer. Now I'm a wedding photographer. What? Seriously? How'd you go from shooting animals to weddings? It just doesn't make sense. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Take suggestions from them to see what they're doing. If it's working, maybe tweak your path, but don't worry about it. Just keep moving on. All right, the next one, the big one. Improve every day, even if it's just the smallest thing. Even if it just means quicker turnaround for your wedding clients to get their previews. Even if it means just a little bit better of a picture. Even if it means just taking that one extra second before you push the button to make sure that the groom doesn't have a bug on his tuxedo or the bride doesn't have something out of place in her hair. Take just a little bit time to make yourself better today than you were yesterday. Make yourself better tomorrow than you were today. I see it constantly. I hear it constantly from my students. Well, I want to be just like so-and-so. Well, okay, fine. But you're not going to go from where you're at today to where they're at tomorrow. It's just not going to happen. But if you're a little bit better tomorrow, a little bit better the next day, a little bit better the next day, you'll catch them and you'll probably pass them. It didn't happen overnight for anybody. And I don't care who. If you're a nature photographer, Ansel Adams did not become Ansel Adams just by picking up a camera and pushing the button once. It took years. If you're a big name wedding photographer, family photographer, business photographer, it did not happen overnight. It may look like it, but it didn't. So don't fret. Improve yourself just a little bit each time. And the better you get every time that you take a picture, the better your business will be, the better your hobby will be, the better your photographs will be. And finally, number 5. And it's one that I have to say that I struggled with. If you're working to be a better photographer, don't get frustrated when you're now a busy photographer. Don't get frustrated when you're now traveling to take pictures. Don't get frustrated when you're booked on a Friday night or a Saturday. Don't get frustrated, when you've achieved what you've always wanted. I have to put up my hand. It was frustrating for me a lot of times when my business was growing to be busy every Saturday during the summertime, shooting weddings. Because my kids were doing stuff on Saturday. But at the same time, I had to pay my bills. I had to have money. I had to be able to support my family. So it doesn't make sense that you work so hard to achieve something, and then when you achieve it, you're frustrated that you've achieved it. And I see it constantly. I hear from people constantly, oh, it's wedding season. I'm so depressed. Well, didn't you work the last 8 months to become the best wedding photographer in the region? Well, yeah. Don't you think that now that you're booked for the next 12 weekends, that's a benefit? That those 12 weekends, you're getting paid $8,000 a wedding for each weekend? Don't you think making $100,000 in the next 12 weeks is worth what you've achieved? Well, sort of. As a wildlife photographer, you're out shooting pictures and it's a little bit cold, a little bit windy. You wanted to be out there. You've dreamt about being out there. You've dreamt about following the elk, or you've dreamt about going and photographing polar bears. Enjoy the time when you're doing it. Don't be always frustrated about it. Sure, change other things in your life, but understand you've achieved what you've always wanted, and enjoy it when you get there. So until next time, get on there and take some pictures. Enjoy what you're doing. Build up your hobby. Build up your business. And take the greatest pictures that you can take. We'll talk to you next time. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye now.